Hello Earthlings! I live and work in China, and I like to share things I learn about this fascinating place. In this video, I want to talk about international students in this country of silk, porcelain and fireworks. In the past decade, I noticed that more and more foreign students started to study here, so I decided to inquire into this phenomena and to tell you all about it. I spoke to 5 people from different countries with different majors who study in Nanjing. I tried to come up with relevant and helpful questions so people who are thinking about coming and studying in China could have a clear vision of how international students live here. The questions include the most useful and up-to-date information like prices for the tuition, accommodation, nightlife, part-time job and such. Please check the timeline if you're interested in something in particular. My wife and I handpicked scenic and authentic locations for you to enjoy the picture while listening to the interviews. So get ready with a cup of tea or coffee and let's dive deep in the life of international students in a beautiful city of Nanjing in Jiangsu province. What do you study and why did you choose your major?
So what I study is music performance, particularly the violin.
What made you choose the violin?
I feel like the violin is an extension of one's soul and spirit, and I use it to express myself and communicate with people, because I feel like music is a language that transcends culture.
Absolutely.
And connects people together.
Absolutely, yeah.
So right now I'm doing a PhD in ethnomusicology, and I choose ethnomusicology to understand more about the culture of humanity, you know, because through musicology you can understand the culture of different people and what connects people together.
Right.
Yeah.
This is really deep. I like that. Great answer.
Thank you. 他发的是老钱龙王给我。
So why did you choose to come to China?
Well, I chose to come to China because I love the Chinese culture. I think it's a good place for development, good opportunities, and because I also love the Chinese folk music, the traditional music and traditional instruments. Yeah.
Okay. What do you study?
Well, I'm in a pre-college language course. It's my 2nd year studying it. I am studying Chinese to then get an HSK, to pass the HSK test and apply for a Chinese spoken bachelor's.
Okay, bachelor's in what major?
Cinematography.
Are you planning to study in China?
Yes.
Okay. And where do you study here in Nanjing? Which university?
Here in Nanjing University.
Right, okay. Can you tell us why China? Why not any other country?
Well, at first I wanted to go into politics, and my family suggested China. I was aiming for Europe, but I think China is such a big place, and it's basically the pioneer of so many things, and it has a lot of ties in the politics. It's a very major name. So it would be a great idea to study politics here. But then I thought about it again, about politics being a bit hard, and then I was like, okay, film it is.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
What do you study and why did you choose this major?
I study bioinformatics. It's a combination of biology and informatics. So initially I was studying biology at university. I like it because I like genetics. I like how genes impact biology and life. and now I'm doing my PhD in bioinformatics. I like informatics, I like how it combines with biology, and I think also it's very convenient. It adds a lot of convenience to biology. I can work from anywhere, I can work remote, because usually biology you need to work in a lab, and I think it's a bit annoying.
Right. And where do you study here in Nanjing?
Now I study in Nanjing Agricultural University, Nongye Dashue.
Is it downtown or is it far away from downtown?
It's far away from downtown, it's in Puko,
Okay.
so 30 minutes by car from here.
Right. Could you tell us why did you choose to come to China to do your PhD?
So many reasons. I will say the first reason in Nanjing is because I know a professor in France. When I was in France, I was working with a professor who years after he became a professor here in Nanjing Agricultural University. And then that's how I knew this university and I got his contact, and that's how I found the university. Otherwise, I think studying in China is very interesting because it's different. You learn Chinese, you see a new culture. China has a lot of money for research, so it's very, very, very interesting. We can do very interesting projects, and it's very different. I wanted to do something a bit different than doing my PhD in my hometown, like most people.
I study clinical medicine, which is a 6-year course, like 5 years of clinicals, 5 years of theory classes and 1 year of hospital internship.
Okay. And we are on the campus of your uni, and what's the name of your university?
Southeast University.
Okay. And can you tell us why did you choose to come here in China? Why not India?
Actually, the medical education in China, it's affordable. You have a lot of exposure and you see a different place than India, so like you get a lot of new exposure. So I think it was a better choice than India.
Exposure, can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that?
You see people from different places,
Right.
you get to experience a different country.
Uh-huh.
So like, yeah, that's the main point. And the universities are good. You can like just say the teaching might not be the best, but yeah, it's a good option like to see and have a better exposure.
What do you study?
MBBS, medical major.
Okay. And which university?
Donnan Dashwe, Southeast University.
Right. Why did you choose to come to China?
Actually, my father used to work in China. He still like work. So it's been like he's working in China since 2010. So he was like, he likes China and said like, we can go and check it. And it's a beautiful country. So yeah, I chose to stay and study here.
Okay. How do you like your school?
Well, my school is amazing compared to my previous university.
What's the difference?
Well, teachers are more considerate and the people there are diverse. And well, I can just text my teacher in the middle of the night asking for help, and more likely than not, I will get a response.
Okay.
Compared to my last university where I was told to go read a book when I faced a problem, which isn't really professional.
Okay. Can I ask, how much do you pay for your Chinese courses in this uni, in Nanjing University?
It's about 20,000 yuan.
RMB a year or a semester?
A year, yeah.
A year.
A year, yeah.
Okay. And if we compare prices here in China and prices in Russia, how much would you pay a year in a Russian university?
About the same, but it's more for Russia, I think.
How do you like your school?
Well, my school is good. It has got like with the environment, it's pretty good environment, and being a music student, it has got the most nice facilities to facilitate learning, like practice rooms where you can practice anytime, and yeah, it's a good environment.
How much do you pay for the tuition?
Right now, I don't pay anything because I'm under the Chinese government scholarship.
Oh, lucky guy. How did you get your scholarship, if it's not a secret?
How I got my scholarship, it was initiated by the First Lady of China with the First Lady of Zambia, and then I came as an exchange student. So I was recommended by the First Lady back in 2016.
You just mentioned exchange student. It means that there is a connection between a university here and a uni in Zambia.
Yes, there was a connection. And then after my 1 year finished as an exchange student, then I applied to do my master's degree. Then that's how I now got this scholarship of, yeah.
How do you like your school?
Like, it's kind of good, but there's much better schools than this university.
What exactly don't you like about it?
Like the teacher, the rules, they're over strict and they don't give much of teaching.
In terms of knowledge, yeah?
Yeah, much like better universities are in China than this one.
And how much do you pay for your education, if it's okay to say?
Yeah, it's $5,000. It's 32,000 yuan
Per year?
per year.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And if you compare this price with your home country, would it be more expensive here?
No, it's much cheaper.
It's much cheaper, yeah?
Yeah,
What-
in my home
what's the
country,
difference?
it's around $20,000 a year, maybe,
Wow.
or $25,000 to study MBBS.
So it's 5 times cheaper here.
Yeah, you will finish all years here, and you will pay like for 1 year in Jordan.
How about, could you compare the quality of education? For example, the quality here and the quality back home. Where would be better?
Actually, it depends on the school and the teacher. Yeah, like our exams in China are much harder, but like the teacher, maybe because most of them doesn't speak English well, so they don't know how to teach you in English. But if they're teaching in Chinese, it will be like in China is much better.
How do you like your school?
Okay, actually I don't go very often to my school because I work remotely. But well, it's okay, I guess, it's okay. And regular, nothing to complain, nothing amazing.
How much do you pay for your PhD? What's the tuition?
The tuition, I don't pay tuition because it's included in the scholarship.
How did you get a scholarship?
So this is called the CSC, the Chinese Government Scholarship. And basically you just need to apply online. For a PhD or for a master degree, for example, you just need to have a professor which approves your application and will support your application. And then you have high chances to get the scholarship according to which country you're from.
Can you share that link of your university where you got your scholarship for those who might be interested in doing the same?
Yeah, I can, It's on the government website to apply, yes.
Well, we will put it in the description for this video. I almost got
Sure.
hit by a guy. Maybe we can go in
Yes,
this
maybe we
path,
should go
yeah?
inside.
All right. How do you like your school here?
School is pretty good. The management, everything is good. It's easy to get in. But the teaching part, it's not that strict. And the clinical knowledge you get as a medical student is not up to the limit. It's not like what we're used to in India. In India, we have a lot of like clinical knowledge than like classes. So I think China is a bit less on like clinical skills because they don't let you practice on like patients unless you're a graduate doctor.
Right.
So it's more better in India.
So would you say that studying here easier?
It's
than
very
in
easy.
India? Yeah?
It's very easy compared to India.
And what's the difference in admission?
First thing, in China, as long as you have like 85% and above in your high school, you can get the admission easily for foreigners. But in India, we have like 1.6 million people writing the entrance exam for the medicine, but there are like 16,000 seats every year, and
the competition is crazy.
it's very high. It's just 1%.
Okay.
So you just have 1% chance of like getting in India, and even if you get in, most of the seats are like private, and the private education, it costs like maybe 2 million, 2.5 million to study the complete course, which you can do in China for like maybe 50,000 RMB. No, I mean 500,000 RMB. So
Okay.
That's a whole difference.
If we talk about price, how much do you pay here for your
I pay
education?
like 33,000 RMB a year.
Comparing to India?
It's like in China I pay 1 year, that's what I pay for a month in India. And like when you come to China for the first time, you don't know how it is. Because we come through agents and they just say the best part. They just say like, oh, it's all good, it's like world-class universities, like top-ranking universities and everything. So we think it's gonna be good. But once you come here, you just experience it. And then you get to know like the English of the teachers, the way of communication. It's not up to the limits. Like they just gotta read the things and just give it out.
What's your language of instruction here?
So we study in English. We have both the courses. Like if you want, you can choose to study in Chinese, or if you want, you can choose to study in English. In Chinese, you have a lot more opportunities to get scholarships. That means your tuition's almost waived off. But in English, you gotta pay your tuition fee. And if you have a good credits and grades and everything, you can get scholarships like 10,000, 20,000 a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
How good is teachers English?
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But yeah, some teachers they're really good. They're like knowledgeable. Most of the teachers are like really knowledgeable, but the thing is like they don't know how to explain it to you. So if you ask them a question, it's tricky. You gotta figure it out. You gotta understand them. You gotta sit with them to understand what they're trying to say. So it's not, yeah. Some teachers are good. Some are like.
Understanding, especially in your major,
it's
is
major
essential, right?
Yep.
It's very important. So you have to do a lot of self-studying, I guess,
It's
right?
all self-study. I think it's all self-study because even for the exams, as a medical student, when you ask a question, you just got to answer it. But in China, if you answer the questions for exam, you have to answer it exactly how they teach you. Like the same way as in like the PPTs they give, you got to write the same answers. You write something else, they're going to deduct your marks. So that's the different part, yeah.
Before that, you mentioned that if you choose to study in Chinese, you can get a scholarship.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to learn Chinese?
Chinese, it depends upon your interest and it depends how willing you are to learn a new language. For some, it's very easy. For some, it's like very hard. Like I have friends who are like studying in my same classes for 6 years. Even now, they say like Ting Bulong. They just know like Ni Hao. So it depends.
Okay.
It depends how you want it. Do you want to stay in China? Do you like a language? Yeah, you can learn it easy.
Okay. So, for example, I'm a student and I want to choose that scholarship part where I can study in Chinese. I come here. Do I go through some kind of language course before I start my learning, or you go right away and they teach you right away in Chinese? How does it work?
I think if you want the scholarships and everything for the best part, it's better you come through a language program, then you apply for your masters, your majors and bachelors.
Yes.
That way it's more easy to get a scholarship because as long as you have your Chinese language proficiency certificate, HSK, it's more easy for your scholarships than like knowing nothing in Chinese.
I would imagine being a medical student that learning in Chinese is extremely difficult because there are so many professional terms that are in Chinese and that you need to know, right?
Yeah.
Do you know any international students who are very good at that, who can speak flawless Chinese
there are a lot
using
of people.
medical terms? Yeah,
there are a lot of people. Actually, even in our course, we study in English, but for the internship year, we're going to do it in a Chinese hospital. So we have a subject called like medical Chinese, which teaches the medical language, medical terms, which teaches you the Chinese terms for the medical terms. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There are a lot of students, foreigners who study in Chinese too. Yeah. So.
How do you personally find that class?
I don't know. It's too hard.
Chinese medical terms.
Chinese medical terms are like it's confusing, but yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's easy. It's pretty easy.
So is it hard or is it easy?
It's hard and easy at the same time. Like it depends. Like if you want to learn, yeah, you can.
Okay. What's the language of instruction in your uni?
So like basically I'm studying in English.
Yeah.
But you can choose to study the major in Chinese or English. There is both.
Okay. Is there a difference in pricing?
I don't know. Maybe like around 10,000 yuan difference. Like Chinese is cheaper. Yeah.
Before you said that you undertook a language course, Chinese language. So what was the reason for that? Just to be able to communicate in China?
Yeah, so my father used to work here, so he knows that you need the language to communicate and like live in China. So yeah, he applied for me for 1 semester.
So if the language of instruction is English in your uni, how good is your teacher's English?
It's not that good. Like, it depends on the teacher, but most of them know like their English is not that good. Like, they are brilliant teacher in Chinese, but in English maybe like they don't know all the words, especially medical words. So yeah, their English is not that good.
How do you go about that?
It's like, I don't know, it's hard to study. This is why I said like this university is not that good, maybe because of this issue.
Didn't you think about maybe transferring to another uni because of that?
They don't allow transferring here in China. You have to repeat from first year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sneaky.
Yeah.
Don't you find it a little bit unfair? For
Yeah.
example, you come, you don't like, and then what?
Yeah, exactly.
You lose a year?
Yeah. So if I'm transferring now, like, or on 5th year, I have to repeat from first year.
Wow, this is really, really important information, I think. I've never heard about that before.
I think it's only in China.
The language of instruction in my university is Chinese language.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you understand everything they say?
I'd say 80%. It's like impossible to understand everything 100%, you know, because of the dialects and the pronunciation, and the Chinese that we learn is basically limited. So the Chinese that we learn in class, because there's what we call the HSK, which is the Hanxue Pinkaoshi, which is like the standard grade for foreigners.
That's a test like IELTS,
Yes.
but for Chinese language.
Yeah, for Chinese language it's good.
What's your level?
Level 6.
Level 6.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, what's the lowest level?
The lowest level is 1.
1, and the highest?
Now it used to be 6, but now they took it to level 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to study Chinese?
What makes Chinese so difficult and tricky is the tones. So when pronouncing the words, you have to use a specific tone. And they have a lot of synonyms actually, and that gets confusing.
Right.
And then same characters, one character written exactly the same way, but pronounced differently. And sometimes one character, same pronunciation, but different tone, same syllables, but if you pronounce it differently, it's gonna mean something else.
Right.
And then in certain situations, the alternative meaning is something bad.
Right. So would you say it's difficult to study Chinese, or it's okay?
It's difficult.
It's difficult. Well, living in China makes it a bit easier, right?
Yeah.
You can have Chinese friends and practice your Chinese with them.
So the key is to practice, to talk more,
Right.
and to just be confident. In the beginning, we would make mistakes and no one would understand you, but like when you talk more with the locals, you begin to pick up the accent and the dialect, and then yeah, it helps.
Do you get things explained in English?
No, we get things explained in Chinese. And if you don't understand, that's pretty much on you.
So grammar is explained in Chinese.
Yes.
What if you have 0 Chinese and you study Chinese there? Would they?
That is explained in English, but the English is usually pretty bad.
How much time would you need to learn enough Chinese to get by in your daily activities, like buying things?
Well, if
Traveling.
you study hard, like every day without a break, half a year. But if you study like a usual person would study when they come to China, with partying, with going out to friends, with, laying on the couch or like just exploring, that's gonna take you a year, maybe a year and a half.
What's the language of instruction in your university?
For me, it's English. So I speak English with my supervisor.
Well, that makes things much easier, right? You don't have to learn Chinese.
Yeah, basically, otherwise I cannot. It's impossible.
I'm asking because for those who do bachelor's and masters here, their language of instruction is Chinese, so they have to learn Chinese.
Yes, because So I'm a PhD, and usually in PhD we don't have many classes. I just need to take like 2 classes. Most of the classes they are taught in Chinese. That's why bachelor and master you need to speak Chinese. But in my case, I don't have to take classes, and my supervisor speaks very well English, so we can communicate in English. So the main thing for me is, can my supervisor speak in English or not?
Right, right. Okay, that's very convenient for you. How difficult is it to learn Chinese in your opinion?
I think it's very hard. It's very hard. You need to put a lot of effort in learning it.
What's the most difficult part of Chinese? Speaking, writing, reading, listening?
I don't know. I think all the parts are really hard. So learning the characters is very hard because you cannot read the characters. You need to basically learn them. You need to learn them one by one.
How good is your Chinese?
Not very good. I mean, it's enough for daily conversation, for daily things like go to the restaurant or go buy some to the groceries, for example.
Did you learn it back home or did you pick it up here?
I started to learn back home, and being here, I can improve it, learn some new words and use them in daily life.
Okay.
But I study back home, yeah.
Say you come here without knowing Chinese. How much time do you need to be able to communicate and get by with your daily activities, like groceries, like transportation?
You mean how much time do you need to learn Chinese enough to?
Enough to get by.
It depends. I mean, it depends how hard you learn. If you, I mean, it depends. Like if you're a Chinese student and you have 4 hours of class per day, then maybe after 1 or 2 semesters you can be. Maybe after 2 semesters you can be.
A year.
Maybe after a year you can be. You can be able to talk like basic things. Yeah.
Can you show us your place where you live?
Sure.
So this is your apartment.
Yes, welcome.
Okay, living room. Yeah.
So a big living room with a nice view. So we are at the 7th floor. Nice view, very comfortable.
Okay.
Quite
Is
very
it yours? Do you live here by yourself?
No, I have. We are 4 people living here.
4.
So 3 flatmates.
Can you give us a little tour?
Yeah, sure. Come in with me. So here we have the kitchen.
Right.
Big kitchen. I mean, like big, no, not too big, but like a decent kitchen with a nice window also.
AC in the kitchen, look. It's because summers are terribly hot in Nanjing.
Yeah, actually I've never seen this one turned on, but I haven't been here in summer. So I guess, yes, it will be useful. So dining room that no one really uses.
Currently studio, right?
It's a studio.
Photo studio.
Yeah, so one of the flatmates, she is we're doing videos.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes. So here 2 flatmates.
Each
2
door's
girls.
got a lock.
Yes, you can set a password. And then the bathroom with Panchito, the cat. Hello, Panchito. He's a very social cat.
So just 1 bathroom in the whole apartment?
2.
2.
I have my own one, and this one is for the 3 others.
Okay.
3 others, yeah. Okay, and then I can show you my room. Welcome to my room.
Spacious.
Quite big. Yes, it's the bigger room of the apartment. I have my own bathroom over there.
Look at that.
In the closet.
Bathroom in the closet. Look at this.
It looks like wait, you can close it. Okay, yeah, it looks like a closet, and when you open it, you actually. Okay.
Secret bathroom.
Secret bathroom. Yeah.
Is there a shower there? Yeah?
Just a bathtub.
A
I mean, you
bathtub.
can take shower here,
Okay.
but it's more
let's get
like
inside. Let's check it out.
yeah.
Wow, look at that, a bathtub. This is very unusual for China. Usually they don't have those. They don't install bathtubs.
Yeah, yeah.
I love taking baths. Lucky.
And then I have my working space. So because I work from home, I spend a lot of time in my office. So yeah, this is where I work. Have big windows, a nice view.
It
Yes.
must be terribly hot in summer. But you said you haven't been here in summer.
Yeah.
Summers are really, really hot. So yeah, tell us later. Tell us in summer how you feel about it.
Yeah, but yeah, because it's facing south, the sun is hitting quite hard. So I guess it will be very hot. Yeah.
Well, you have AC here, so with AC,
yeah.
I think it should be all right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It's cozy. I like it. So you pay. How much do you pay for this?
2,500
2,500 for a room.
for a room. Yeah, with a bathroom. Yeah.
Can you show us where you live?
Yes, of course. Come, let's go. Hello. This is my home. Please welcome.
Thank you. So it looks like a dorm, right? I can see the room numbers A, B, C. So different people live here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The fancy thing is I don't know any of them, but you are welcome up.
Okay.
This is where I live. And this is my floor. This is where I spend all of my days. Be careful, please. So this is where we dry our clothes, and
Space outside.
yes,
Can you call it a balcony?
yes, it is a balcony.
Okay.
I think my flatmates go out for a smoke, and I sometimes go out there to film TikToks. So this is my flatmate.
There's
No,
another
no,
door
please,
here.
please don't knock.
I'm
He's
not
probably
gonna. I'm
busy.
not gonna. But that's another door with somebody living there, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, so
my-
1, 2, 3, 4
six,
downstairs.
6 people.
Oh, okay.
I'm the sixth. Live here.
Six rooms.
Yes, six.
Okay,
rooms, six
got it.
people. I'm the
Ah,
technically sixth, but
one per room.
well, one
Okay.
per room, obviously.
Okay.
So, this is my room.
Shall we take off the shoes? Yeah. Okay.
This is my humble abode. I lives here. This is my bed. As you can see, as I previously mentioned, my crochet projects, please. I am currently making a dog.
Tiny kitchen.
Yes.
Washing machine. I'm trying to check the facilities.
Yes, there.
Fridge.
Yes,
Little sink.
yes.
That's your own bathroom. Okay. Bathroom and shower.
Yes.
In one.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
So how much do you pay for this room?
a ridiculous amount. Can you guess?
No, I have no idea. I would pay, I don't know, in something in the range of 500-600 yuan.
It's twice that much. it's,
Okay, maybe I don't know the prices.
it's twice that much. It's 1,400 utilities included.
We are not going to mention the exact subway station, but that's quite far away from downtown, this place, right?
It is.
How much time does it take for you to get to your uni from here?
About 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours, give or take. I don't have to exit this room to live a fulfilled life.
You don't have to move anywhere to live a fulfilled life, right?
Yeah. Basically,
Everything,
I have everything.
within the reach of your hand,
Yes, and I can tap on my
convenient.
phone to order food, and it's basically
right? One more question. How did you find this place that far away from your uni? How did you? How do people find places to live in China?
I contacted people, and the people referred me to people, and then I ended up with this.
So you came here to Nanjing, and how did you find the place?
Well,
you didn't know anyone here
I went
before you came, right?
online.
Online, okay.
Yeah, I went online, and I'm like, hey, I need a flat.
All right.
And I looked for flats in Glow, but all of them were like nice little sewer rat this big rooms and
Even smaller than that?
yes, of course. No, they were small and they had one communal bathroom that was very, very dirty.
I'd like to point out that there is almost no window. There is a tiny window here.
Yes.
A really tiny one. Look at that. But you don't like daylight, do you?
I don't. I'm a vampire.
So yeah, this is the corridor.
Okay.
And this is the living room.
A piece of your own culture, right?
Yes, a version of my own culture. The shield is made from goat skin. This particular one is made from goat skin. But in the olden days, they were used as shields for fighting, wars. And they would be used mainly they'd be made from cow skin. But now this for dancing is what we use it in the modern times.
Right, cool.
So goat skin.
All right, so what else do you have around?
So we begin, like this is my office. I work here, like this is my workstation, my instruments. I also practice from here. Yeah.
Okay,
The keyboard, we had a gig recently and it is all packed up.
nice.
Yeah.
Lots of instruments, I love that.
And then this is the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Please feel free to come.
That's a lot of working area, yeah? You can cut stuff, you have a
cut
cooker
stuff.
there,
Yeah.
microwave, a little oven, right?
Yes.
Whereas
So
your
the-
fridge is
The
in the
fridge
living
is
room.
in the living
Right.
room. So like in China, most of the apartments come with this setup, like
Yes.
every apartment. But the microwave, the
Extraction
oven,
hood.
yeah, and everything else was.
I also can see that you have a gas heater, right?
Yes.
Which is way better than electric heater, right?
Yeah,
Like a tank, because when you take a shower in a tank, like with the tank, when the water runs out, you have no hot water.
no, yeah,
Right.
it's like that. But with the gas, it's always there.
You can take prolonged showers.
Yeah, and it always heats up almost instantly. And this is a guest bathroom and a guest bedroom. So I have a friend who came to visit who is in there.
Right.
And then this is my living room. I mean my bedroom.
Bedroom. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's bathroom, right? The second
Yes.
bathroom.
This is the second bathroom.
It's very luxurious to have two bathrooms just
Yeah.
next to each other.
This is the bathroom. You can go in and it has got a pretty view outside too. You can see the river, the Yangtze River outside. And this is
This
my
is your
bedroom.
bed.
Yeah, huge bed. It's actually two mattresses, you know. This is my personal mattress that I bought when I was in the previous apartment, and this is the one that came with the apartment. So I just put them together. Yeah.
To have even nicer dreams, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a great view.
Yeah.
I love the view. Nothing is really blocking the view except of these buildings.
Yeah,
but
except for
you've
these
got-
buildings.
You've got quite a fair share of the view here.
Yeah. And then I get the blocked view from the bathroom when I'm in the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much do you pay for all this goodness?
So this apartment is actually 2,300 RMB,
a month. Okay.
which is like how much is that in dollars?
We'll make them figure out by themselves. The people who are watching, 2,300 RMB per month.
Yes.
That's very good. So that's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 huge living room and a balcony.
Yeah, and a
Big
balcony
kitchen
and,
and an office.
and an office. So do you want to check out the balcony?
Yes.
So
That's
like-
a really good deal, I would say.
Yeah.
That's a really good
Then
deal.
this area is like the outskirts of town, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So an apartment like this in the city center would cost something close to like 4,000, 6,000 RMB, somewhere there.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that's the balcony.
Yeah, that's the balcony.
You practice here too. I can see the note stands here.
Yeah, practice here. My music stand is here also. So like practicing with the view. Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. Abdul, where do you live?
I live outside, like I rent an apartment, I live nearby Fudzimia.
Okay. How much do you pay?
I pay around like 2,000 a month.
2,000 RMB a
Yeah,
month.
around 2,000 RMB a month, including the electricity and
Are
everything.
you sharing?
Yeah, it's an apartment. Like for one room, you pay 2,000. Yeah,
So you live in a room?
yeah,
You rent a room?
yeah.
And how many other people live with
There
you?
are like 2 more rooms in my apartment. It's rented by Chinese. So if you want, like for me, it's just one room and it's just 2,000. And it's nearby my hospital where I do my internship. So it's convenient for me.
Right, and Fuzimiao, that's downtown,
Yeah.
Nanjing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you find it fun to live downtown? I mean,
Personally, I like downtown more because like everything's accessible. There are a lot. It's more lively, so you have a lot of like things to do during the weekends.
right. Why not a dorm?
In dorms, you can't go out after 11 p.m. in the night, and you have to be inside the dorm. You can't bring your friends. You can't like host a party or anything. So
Right.
that's pretty much it. And it's tiny. The dorms are like too tiny and it's crammed, and I don't like living with a lot of people.
Okay. Can you walk us through local dorms?
Sure. I'll just show you around.
I told the security guard that my son is going to study here next year, and I want to see the rooms. And he let us in. Okay, so that's how it looks like. Right.
So it's a mess. It's
Okay.
like it's a whole bad mess.
Well, mess or not, it doesn't really matter because we just want to see how, like, what are the conditions. So, 3 people per room, right?
4. Like there's
4.
another
Ah,
space there and there's a washroom there.
okay. So 4 people. This is one more. Balcony. Little cooker. Yeah, the state of things, of course,
It's a boys'
is a
room.
little old. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean the mess. I mean like the floor, the
Yeah.
the tiling, the balcony. It looks a bit old, right? Look at that. Check out the balcony. The windows are a bit broken.
Yep.
The mess doesn't matter because it depends on a person. Yeah, if you're a messy person, it's a mess. If you're not, you can keep it tidy. Is there a bathroom here? Or?
Yep, it's here. Let me see that. Oh, no.
No. Can we still see?
It's okay.
Okay. Let's see. Let's get. Well, it's not that bad. I mean,
And there's a common washroom like outside too.
it doesn't smell or anything. It smells okay. It smells like warm water
And dirt.
and dirt. Yeah, there's a cockroach here. Check it out.
Hey buddy.
What's his name? So electric heater, right?
Yep.
Not the gas one. Okay.
Yeah, it's electric one. It's not a
Okay.
gas.
So, well, this is not bad actually. You've got
Yeah,
your
this
own
part
room
is
here,
good.
yeah. And that's 3 people sharing this room, right? This room, okay. Well, if you wanted to, I guess you could make this room look really nice, right?
Yeah, but the thing is like we might move. This is like the last semester we're gonna stay here. They're gonna like actually rebuild this place. Because it's been dead for a long time, so they're gonna rebuild this place
Okay.
to a better one.
Okay. And do you pay anything for
Yes,
living here?
6,000
6,000
a year.
a year?
And electricity and
You
water
got me
separate.
scared there. I thought a month.
No,
Okay,
no,
a
no,
year
no.
is not bad. All right.
So it's around like 650 a month because like you have to pay the electricity and water like extra.
650 RMB a month.
Yeah.
You pay electricity yourself,
Yeah.
right? How about Wi-Fi? Have you got Wi-Fi here?
It's free.
Free Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the university Wi-Fi.
Okay, that's great. All right. Yeah, it needs rebuilding. Look at the floor. Look at that.
No, those are like separate. It doesn't. The dorm doesn't come with the.
It does not. Yeah, students put this here, right? Okay, all right. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could, in theory, make this room look really nice. It's just the matter of your taste and your will, if you even want to do that. Yeah, some people just don't care, right? Okay, all right. This is good. I mean, for a dorm, you've got AC here. Just here, no AC in that room.
There's one there too.
Okay, cool. Because ACs are essential in Nanjing.
Yep.
It can get really hot
Or really cold.
or cold in winter, right? Yeah. Ruth, where do you live?
I'm living in the university dormitory.
And you share it with?
My sister, she's my roommate.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is cool.
Yeah.
So she came, she's your younger sister, right?
No, elder, 1 year elder than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does it mean that she came first?
Yeah, she came
And
first.
then you followed?
Yeah.
Aha, so you came prepared with some
Yeah,
knowledge from your
exactly,
relatives, yeah? Okay. How do you like your dorm?
It's like 50-50. Our room is like, it was clean and a new room, but like we live in 6th floor and there is no elevator or lift in the dorm.
Oh,
So you have to go upstairs, like, yeah. And actually, like, I think they should repair it or build a new dorm. Yeah.
okay. How big is the room? Is there enough space for you two there?
Yeah, my room is like, there's 3 dorms for this university. So this one is C Pailu. Yeah, the rooms are kind of big. There is a room and washroom and a small place that like a kitchen. It's kind of kitchen, yeah. So it is like big room.
And how much do you pay for your dorm?
7,000 per year.
Per year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Without electricity and water, like we don't pay water or electricity.
Aha.
It's on the university.
Okay. Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi. We pay around 15 yuan per month.
Per month?
Yeah, so it's like cheap.
Okay. And do you have any like strict rules? For example, you can't go out of your dorm after a certain time.
Yeah, we have to come back before 11.
11 p.m.
The IE will close the door, the aunt who's working there, and the face ID. So, like no one outside the dorm can enter, even if they are a student in the university. Yeah, but sometimes they leave the door open so we can go or come back after 11.
Okay.
Yeah, but they keep mentioning that you shouldn't go out after
Right.
11. You should, and we should sleep in our dorm every day. Like if you want to sleep or stay outside, you should contact the manager and tell them.
Why did you choose to live in a dorm? Why not rent a room or an apartment outside? Many students do that.
Yeah, I was looking when I came, but actually it's like because it's closer to university, so I thought if I live far away, I might not go attend classes. Yeah,
It
so,
would be too tempting not to go, right?
yeah, but in the dorm, like all students, everyone at 8, they will wake up, go, so
Discipline.
yeah.
Right. Dear friends, please consider subscription if you like the stuff my wife and I make, or just hit the like button and leave a comment of your thoughts about this video so more people could see this work. How long have you been studying here?
It's been a year now. I arrived last year in November.
Okay. How often do you go home?
Yeah, actually I came home twice already.
Really?
So yeah, I try to go back home for Christmas and for summer holidays.
So you go home because you miss it, or because you must, or because you want, or what's the reason?
Actually, it's because my parents are alone at home, so I feel guilty. I mean, I also like to go back home. It's very relaxing here, it's very interesting, but it's very intense. So I also like to go back home and take some time to chill. They live in the countryside, so it's very relaxing. I like it. But the main reason is because my parents are alone at home, so I just want to see them twice a year. Yeah.
That's very sweet. How much do you pay to go to France and back here?
Going back is about 700 euros. 700 euros going back.
Return ticket.
Yeah, return, yeah.
And you fly from Shanghai or Beijing?
Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
It's my 2nd year here. I came here in September of 2023.
How many times have you been back home since you came?
Only once. I've been home only for summer vacation, which is a month and like a bit.
Do you miss your home?
I do. I miss my family and I miss my friends.
How long have you been in China?
So I've been in China for about 8 years now.
8 years. And that's including your bachelor's, your master's?
So I did my bachelor's back in Zambia.
Right.
The first time I came as an exchange student in 2016, then applied for a master's degree. Then did 1 year of Chinese language, then 3 years of masters. Then after that, I did another 1 year refresher course of Chinese, and now I'm doing my PhD. This is my 3rd year.
Right, okay. And how often do you go home?
Wow, I've only been home once ever since I came.
Wow.
Yeah, so I plan on going home next year.
Why is that? Is it because it's expensive to go back, or you just didn't want to go?
It's two reasons. One, it's because it's expensive, and the time I planned to go home, the COVID hit, so I just decided to stay. And now,
How much are the tickets from here to Zambia, approximately?
so for a return ticket, if you find a cheaper one, it's like 15,000 RMB. So let's say between 12 and 20,000 RMB, somewhere there.
Return ticket?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is a bit expensive.
And the one-way ticket, if it is cheap, it's like 6,000 RMB. Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been here?
So I came in 2019. I took Chinese language first. Then I started the MBBS in this university. Then I went back in COVID and I came back. So basically, like since 2019. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And how often do you go back home?
Like every 1 year, not every semester. It's a long flight.
How much are the tickets? Return ticket.
Like it's around 7 to maybe 9,000
RMB.
RMB, yeah, for like going and coming back.
It's my 6th year right now. It's my final year in China. So yeah, it's pretty much like my last year in China.
How often do you go home?
Usually my friends go like every year, like maybe for a month during the vacations. I go like once in 2 years or once in 3 years. I'm not a fan of like, yeah.
Why not? You don't.
I travel around like another countries and places. Like I go for like vacations.
So you don't really miss your home, right?
No.
Okay. Can you tell us where are you from exactly in India? Which city?
I was born in India, but I was raised in Saudi Arabia.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
like
your home is in Saudi
Arabia. Like my parents are still in Saudi Arabia.
Ah, okay. And how much would it cost to fly from here and back?
To India, it's gonna cost me around like 6,000, 7,000 RMB, like back
Return
and forth.
ticket, yeah, okay.
Yeah, to Saudi, it's gonna be like 10,000 maybe.
10,000, all right. A big question that students might be very interested in.
Yeah.
Can you work part-time?
When you are a student, like no, we can't work part-time job, but internship students, they can take like, we should contact our coordinator and they might allow us. It depends on the coordinator and the student. And it depends on what is the job. There is like many people who work like teaching jobs and all, but it's not allowed. Yeah, if the police got you, they might cancel the visa.
All right. Do you know anyone who got into such troubles with
Like-
canceling visa?
I know some friends, like, yeah, they used to teach kindergarten students, and like the police caught them. They didn't cancel the visa, they gave them a warning first. Yeah, but some other cities like Shanghai, they will cancel the visa.
So you know somebody
Yeah,
whose
in
visa got
Shanghai.
cancelled in Shanghai?
Yeah, but like it's like better if we contact with the coordinator, our coordinator. She will arrange some job if we are internship students.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Would you say, maybe you know something about that, but would you say that the bigger the city, the more dangerous it is to work as a part-time being a
Yeah.
student, and maybe it's less dangerous in smaller
in small
cities?
yeah, because in bigger cities there will be much international students, so police will like look for them more. And also in big cities there will be like international teachers, so if the students took this job, then it will affect other teachers who work here in China.
Can you work part-time being a student in China?
So that's a yes and no answer to the question. So you can work according to the Chinese law and the regulations from 2022. Students are allowed to work part-time, but then you need to get the authority from your school. If the school is willing to give you the papers to process the work-study permit, then you could work. But if the school says it's against their policy to grant you the papers, then you will not be allowed to work.
Yeah. Okay.
So the key is the school.
Right, right. How many hours can a student work if it's a yes?
If it's a yes, students are allowed to work up to 8 hours a week.
8 hours a week, okay. That's not so bad, yeah. Depending on what you do, right?
Yeah, depending on what it is. So the work needs to be in line with what you are studying.
Right. Do you have a part-time job?
Right now, I don't.
Okay. Do you know anybody who does?
Yeah, I do.
Working 8 hours a week, how much can a student earn?
So that one depends on the agreement with your employer, but usually like the standard is, let's say, a minimum of 3,000 RMB per month.
Per month. Okay. Okay. And what do usually students do? What kind of part-time job?
So those who are doing teaching, they'll go like teaching English, or if they are engineers, like designing projects to Chinese companies, like about architectural projects in their countries. So like they give the Chinese companies an idea of the architectural designs in the foreign companies, and mostly other people just do modeling. Yeah, they go into modeling and acting. So yeah,
Okay.
shooting commercials, stuff like that.
How about stuff connected to music?
Yes, and a lot of students also do music, both those doing music majors and those who are just talented musically. Most of them perform at bars and weddings, social events and parties, stuff like that.
As far as I
I remember most of them like doing DJ, like being
Right,
DJs.
right,
Yeah,
right,
because
right.
there's a huge demand for foreign DJs.
Right.
Normally with a student visa, you are not allowed to work part-time. Some people will take a risk, but normally you're not allowed to.
Doing part-time job, can you support yourself? Pay for your rent? Can you pay for your studies, your tickets back home? From maybe something that you know from other people?
Yeah, I have many friends doing some part-time jobs, and usually it pays pretty well. English teachers, shootings, modelings pays pretty well, and can definitely allow you to buy a flight ticket back to your home, or pay for your rent, pay for everything as a student, if you are willing to take the risk.
How dangerous is it, in your opinion, to do a part-time job without a permission to do so?
I think it's hard to say. I've heard stories. I've heard people who got fines, who almost got deported. I think other people never got any issues. It's really hard to say. I think it really depends on some schools, they will protect you. Some schools, they won't protect you. So I think it's really random, or it depends on the school you are teaching or in the place you are actually working.
I see. Okay. Can you work a part-time job being a student in China?
As a student, we are legally not allowed to work at all, to receive money, but there's a caveat. You can work in your own country, like online, and you get money on your card that you got in your country. For me, it's Russia. So I can work online and I will get rubles on my Russian card, which I can later transfer to yuan, and that will be okay. No one will question that, and I can explain that I have a job there. But having a part-time job while studying is hard because we have a lot of homework, we have tests to prepare for, and if you also have a job on top of that, you are guaranteed to burn out. Because not also do you have to do test homework, you also have to somehow socialize, to have friends. You're expected to go somewhere, explore the city, but that time will be taken up with you working. So I wouldn't recommend, but since we're all adults, if you try hard to fit everything in, you can, but that will be really hard.
Can you work part-time being a student?
Being a student depends upon the courses you're having and depends upon the university. In my university, it's not actually allowed. It's illegal to work part-time during the bachelor's. Like if you're in your master's, yeah, you can get your work permit from your university and start like working for part-time or like full-time, depending on like the course. You can do part-time work on the field which you're studying. So it's illegal to do that. And I know some of my friends who are like working part-time, so it's going on.
If we go back to the legal part, you said you can work part-time if you do your master's, right?
Yeah.
And is there like a limitation for hours
I think
a
it's
week?
20 hours a week.
20 hours a week.
Yeah.
Because we heard from another student, we heard that it was about 8 hours a week. But I'm not sure what he was talking about, bachelor's or master's degree. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I think like once you get your permit from your university, they're not gonna check the hours.
They're not going to check.
Yeah, they're not gonna check the hours, like how long you're working. As long as you're doing your classes, you're having your attendances and stuff, they're not gonna keep bothering you.
Okay. Students work as
Illegally.
illegally, right? What kind of job are they doing?
It depends. Some do English teaching, some do modeling, some do like promoters in clubs. So there are a lot of works people do.
Is there good money in teaching?
There's a hell lot of good money in
Modeling,
teaching.
good money?
Modeling is good money. Depends from where you're from and like your contacts and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Is it easy to find a job as a teacher, for example?
I think in Nanjing, it depends. Like there are a lot of. It's saturated now, so the opportunities are a bit less. But yeah, still there are a lot of people.
You can still find a job, yeah. Usually, what kind of schools?
English school, like the
Training centers?
yeah, training centers or like primary schools, kindergartens. Those are easy. Or like you can do like home tutoring.
Do you cook or do you order delivery or do you eat out? How do you deal with that?
So I do all the three things you said, but mostly I prefer cooking my own food because it's more delicious and it's way cheaper. Yeah. So if I'm busy, I would order in. Like Waima, it's very convenient and the food would be delivered right to my doorstep.
Waimai means delivery.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the Chinese name for Waimai.
Is it easy to get ingredients for cooking the food that you like, Zambian food?
Right now it's getting easier, but no, I can't get all the ingredients that I need. But because our staple food in Zambia is nshima, something that is made out of corn flour. And the good part is that now I'm able to access that, and that's the main ingredient. And then if I need some relish, like when people are traveling from China to Zambia and Zambia to China, I'd like ask someone to bring my parents to send some food, and then that's how I'd get like Zambian delicacies.
Okay.
But apart from the nshima, I can get it here.
How do you get it? In a shop, like in metro, in a shop, or do you order it online?
I order it online. But if it is in a shop, like a shopping mall, I get a version of it which is made from yellow corn. But the standard is white corn.
Right. Do you like local food?
Yes, I like local food, especially the street food at night. You know, there's the night food that they usually prepare from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. with just like a huge street of food carts. Yeah, and then you have a lot of delicious food there.
What's your favorite?
I'd say octopus, the one that they prepare in the streets. It's really good. And then there's also like since I'm in Nanjing, there's the what they call hojutsi in Chinese, and then this is like a chicken that is still not yet born, like as it is just forming, and then they eat it all. But I cannot be able to eat that. But that's what they like mostly.
I don't think I've ever heard about that one.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Something to discover. Okay.
Yeah. And then the other one that I don't like is duck blood.
You don't like it?
Yeah, but it's like a delicacy for the.
This is local stuff, yeah. Ya Shui Fen, right?
Yeah,
duck blood noodles.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
But the noodles are good. And then my favorite food actually is baozi.
As far as I know, there are two kinds of baozi. One is like thick dough, and the other one is thin dough and with soup inside. Which one do you like?
The one that's thick.
Thick, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
with the meat inside.
It's a normal morning food in
Yeah,
China, right?
it's a normal morning food in China.
breakfast. Okay. Do you cook yourself, or do you order delivery, or do you go to restaurants?
Well, I'm guilty of ordering way too much takeout because it's dirt cheap, and the groceries, they're cheap as well, but cooking takes up precious time that I can spend on my computer. And basically, you have a lot of places to choose from, as opposed to you cooking and, in my case, failing a lot.
When you said that ordering is dirt cheap, how much is that?
Well, a meal that I usually get is 13 yuan, and then it's chicken, it's vegetables, and it's rice. Also, a cup of coffee costs about 10 yuan if you know where to get it. If you take out from my life, I will probably die. So never do that.
If you were to cook something Russian, would it be easy to find ingredients around Nanjing?
Well, yes, because my go-to dish, well, not dish, signature thing to make people when I like them a lot. If I touch kitchen appliances for someone, that means I am devoted to them forever and probably will marry them. And I will make pancakes. And materials for pancakes are pretty easy. They're milk, they're eggs, they're flour, and you can get that in Nanjing.
Most of the time I eat outside. Now I'm also getting used to order and cook by myself.
How much does it cost to eat out?
I would say about 25 kwai, 25 to 30 kwais to get something decent.
What kind of restaurants are we talking about for 25 kwai?
Like some noodle stores, fried rice, kind of basic.
Basic, cheap, small restaurants, yeah?
Yeah, but Chinese. Definitely
okay.
Chinese, local style.
25 not bad. What if I want to go to like a Western restaurant? How much would I pay there?
Western, I would say, I don't go so many times. Maybe about 80 to 100 kwai. I would say, so maybe like 3 to 4 times more expensive than a regular small Chinese restaurant.
Do you order takeout, delivery?
Sometimes, yeah.
How much does that cost?
Same, about 25, 30.
Okay. How fast is it?
So if you order during lunchtime, for example, dinner time, it will take about 45 minutes to 1 hour. Yeah, pretty fast, pretty quick. It's okay. Yeah.
What if you wanted to cook in your home and you wanted to cook something that you like, maybe favorite dishes from back home? Would you be able to find all ingredients here in China?
Yeah. Actually, I don't cook the things I used to cook in France. But from what I see on Taobao, on Pinduoduo, you can get basically everything. Just might be a bit more expensive, of course, but usually you can find almost everything. Cheese, wine, bread, you can find I'm French. You can find everything you need for cooking.
How about local food? Do you like local Nanjing?
Yeah. Actually, I love the local food. Yeah.
How would you describe it in a couple of words? Is it spicy? Is it greasy? Is it fried? What is it?
I wouldn't say spicy, but really greasy. Fried, but tastes good. I like because it's very rich, many different vegetables mixed with meats, many spice, a lot of flavors, a lot of diversity of ingredients. So I like it, but on the other hand, it's also very greasy, a lot of oil. So that's why I like to cook at home sometimes, something very healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would be your go-to dish?
My go-to
Your
dish.
favorite?
Fried noodles.
Fried noodles.
Yeah,
Okay.
fried noodles.
I cook myself most of the time because I can't eat the Chinese food.
Uh-huh.
The Chinese oil is allergic to me, so I just buy my meat and grill it, that's it.
Okay. How easy is it to find ingredients for your cookery?
It's easy, like we just buy from Taobao.
Taobao is a sort of Chinese
Yeah,
Amazon,
it's
right?
an online shopping store.
Okay.
Like Amazon for US, Taobao is for China.
Taobao for China. Okay. Is the stuff that you're buying for cooking expensive or?
Not really. It's actually comparatively very cheap compared to back home in Saudi. It's very cheap. Like China, living cost is like really cheap for me. I think it's very cheap.
Do you order delivery or do you cook yourself? How do you go about food?
Before I used to eat out more, but now like usually I cook because our Arabic food is not that like you won't find Arabic food here in Nanjing especially, so we have to cook it.
You will not, you said, yeah?
Like there's 3 restaurants, yeah, but like it's not that much, and they sell the same dish in 3 restaurants, yeah.
Okay. Is it easy to find ingredients to cook something that you like?
Yeah, there are supermarket here in China. Like in Nanjing, it sells like everything we need, and also we can order it Taobao. Yeah.
How do you usually go about it? Do you order or do you physically go to a supermarket?
I usually order because like I'll order more stuff and all. But if I don't have the things, yeah, I can go because like the supermarket is like few meters, yeah, from me, so I can go.
How do you like local food?
Actually, I love Chinese food. Yeah, especially hot pot. Yeah, it's a good dish.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I like Chinese food. I usually like when I eat outside, I eat Chinese food, not like foreign restaurants.
Chinese food can also be very different. Do you
Yeah.
like local Nanjing food or spicy stuff?
Spicy stuff.
Spicy, yeah?
Yeah.
Nanjing is not a spicy city, right?
Yeah, it's not.
What kind of spicy do you like? There is Chengdu spicy, there is...
I didn't try the Shindu one, but I want to go to Shindu just to try their spicy food because I heard that it's good. But like the hot pot thing and lanju lamyan, it's like it's
What's
not
that
spicy.
in English?
It's
Some kind of noodles.
Yeah, it's noodles, but it's kind of like soup with the meat and noodles. Yeah,
How much would you pay for like a bowl of noodles?
maybe 15 or 20 yuan.
15 RMB. So if
Yeah.
you would prefer to eat local food, it would be
Much cheaper.
much cheaper.
Yeah, of course. I think like if someone is only eating Chinese food, they won't spend like maybe 1,000 yuan on food for a month.
Okay.
Not more than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Before we go to the next part of this video, please consider subscription if you like the content on my channel, or simply hit the like button and leave a comment for YouTube algorithms to get this video in trends for more people to see this. Davison, what do you do for fun?
Yeah, fun in China. It's like they're usually, going to parties. That's what you usually do. And then going out to chill with Chinese families, Chinese friends, attending different Chinese festivals. Yeah, then taking part in competitions,
Okay.
music performances. So it's a combination.
All right. Well, with your line of work / studying, parties is very natural way to extend your learning, right?
Yeah.
Because you can perform and you can connect with people through music. Especially, you said that you like Chinese folk music. Can you tell me, are there many students' parties here?
Yes, in Nanjing, it's basically like every week there is a party.
Every week.
So like the majority of the parties are at bars, clubs, and then during the summer they organize a lot of pool parties, and then there's like the Nanjing Fest organized by the Colors Events. So where even students, workers from different parts of China come to Nanjing.
Who is the organizer of that?
Colors Events. That's
What
like,
is that?
That's their brand name.
Is it governmental?
Just student
Students' union or something?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Is it like a unified or organization in China, or is it?
No, it's not really unified. It's just some individuals coming together, like workers and students, to just create environment for for people to have fun.
Okay.
So that one takes place in different places. It can be a pool party, it can be on a rooftop, it can be in a park. So there's always music performances,
Okay.
food, you know.
So students organize parties for themselves usually, yeah?
Yeah, students
Okay.
organize parties for
All
themselves.
right. And how expensive is it to party in China? Like if you want to go to a bar where students hang out, how much would you take with you to have fun? A night?
Usually, like even like if you have 100 to 300 RMB, you're pretty much covered. So if you're on a low budget, 100 RMB, because if you just want to go like maybe drink, you'd find beers for 25 RMB a cup in some places.
5.
Yeah,
Okay.
7. And then the most interesting part is like for foreigners, almost every club or bar, there's free beer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, from let's say 7 to 10 p.m.
I've never heard about that.
Yeah.
Where is that? I want to be a student again.
Yeah.
So you have to show your student's ID and you get free beers?
No, you don't even have to show the ID. You just go there as long as.
Why is it free?
I mean, it's a marketing strategy, I think, to attract more people, you know, because you couldn't just drink the free beer and walk away. You drink and then later on you start buying. And then how it is in China, if a club has got more foreign people, then it's a good club.
Right.
So it will also attract the locals.
You help
and
to
the foreigners.
advertise.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
It's an advertising scheme, you know.
When you said free beer, do you mean you get into a bar and you get a couple of free beers and then you buy, right? Like that?
Yeah.
Not all night. It's not a free flow, right?
No, it's not. It usually goes up to 10 p.m. or up to midnight.
And then you pay.
Then if you don't want to pay, you can leave at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you want to continue,
If you want to continue drinking, then you now start
All right.
paying after
Okay.
that time.
what clubs would you recommend for students in Nanjing?
Right, so the first one is Hope Lounge Bar. It's a chilled place, not noisy, very calm, good environment if you just want to relax. Live music there. And then if you want something jumpy, you know, just like hype, you could go to Scarlet, Favaha, Fun and How, which used to be called Ellen's. Yeah. And by the street called 1912, there are plenty of bars there. Yeah.
Okay. What do you do for fun?
Well, while in China, I picked up, as a lot of expats do, most of them, or well, all of them, I picked up a ton of partially useless hobbies that are probably considered very special interests, and not everyone does them.
For instance?
Well, I learned how to crochet. I make crochet animals in my spare time. I am very proud of my creations. They're my ugly little children that I love to give out.
How about bars, clubs, this kind of stuff, nightlife? Are you into this?
Not really. I used to be, because I know a bar that serves free alcohol to foreigners. And when I was bored, my last academic year, I used to go there. Mama, don't watch this sequence, please. And the alcohol is absolute garbage because it's free. But you can get absolutely hammered, basically for free 99.
Anything social going on here? If you don't like, if not everybody likes to go to bars, but like, do students get together for some other kind of activities? I don't know, maybe sports, maybe some other kind of interest that that presupposes to be like in a group.
I volunteer. I don't want to say my group, because it's not my group. I am in a group of people that every Saturday or Sunday, we go and pick up trash in parks and mountains. I had a guy tell me that this is a very bad hobby, and parks and mountains are already government protected, and people are employed to go and pick up trash. but that's just not true. Some of the parks are government protected, but not all of them.
Go to bars, go drinking with my friends. Otherwise, here is nice for hiking, for traveling, many things to see. In the city, or even it's very convenient to take the train and to go in another city. I can go to Shanghai very easily, to Suzhou, to Hangzhou. So many places to travel, many places to see. And also I play sport, I play football. Actually, some people play football here. There are many teams. They have very good fields. So it's nice also to do sport here.
Okay, interesting. If we go back to nightlife, would you say it's vibrant here in Nanjing? How rich is it?
No, not really.
How many bars would you say are worth going, worth visiting in Nanjing?
I would say like 3-4 bars, clubs that I know. I don't know all the places, but places I like to go, like a regular Friday or Saturday, maybe like 3-4 different places. Not a lot. It's not boring here, but it's not the best. It's like average.
Okay.
Yeah.
How expensive is it to party here? What's your usual bill per night?
Highly variable, but it depends if we go to get some craft beer in a Western bar, or if we go to a Chinese bar or more local. Usually I will spend about 300 per night, but like in average.
200-300 RMB.
200-300 RMB, yeah.
What do you do for fun?
We go roam around. There are like a lot of places in Nanjing to go, like Purple Mountain, Damo Caves, and malls and shopping and everything. And there are like clubs too. So it depends. On weekends we just go out, maybe partying. That's it, yeah.
Okay. Are there many students' parties around Nanjing?
Student organized parties, no, but all the parties, yeah, students are gonna be there. Like all the clubs in the weekends, it's gonna be full of students.
Right.
So it's pretty active in Nanjing during the weekends. It's pretty good.
Which places would you recommend?
I think I like Mojar, Chaos, Mono, then Farwaha. Like there are a lot of clubs here around at the weekends. They have a lot of games, parties, and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Before you said students don't organize parties, or they do?
Some do, but it's not like regular. Like they have it like once in a while.
Yeah.
Students do organize.
How about house parties? Is it normal to hang out at somebody's house?
Yeah,
and-
house parties, yeah, like not a big party, but yeah, house parties are pretty cool, and like
Right.
it happens usually all the time.
You rent a room, you said.
Yeah.
Do you organize parties in your room?
Yeah.
How about your neighbors?
They're okay.
Don't they complain?
No, they're okay.
Are they also students?
No, they're old people, but they're
Really?
like really good. What I do is like the first day I came, I just cooked for everyone, and I usually treat them always, so they just don't come and complain.
Okay. Are you very noisy when you have a party?
Not really. I go home after a party maybe at like 6 or 7 in the morning. So my party is gonna start at like 6 in the morning, so it's okay. They're gonna be at work.
They're already up, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How expensive is it to hang out in Nanjing? For example, you go to a club, say Mono House, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How much would you pay?
I think
night?
it's pretty cheap to party in Nanjing. You have like 300-400 a week, you're like good. You can have really good parties, like you can like hang out, like traveling and everything. Maybe 200-300 is more than enough, yeah, I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about this new place, Foundation?
It's good. They have like really good techno songs and everything, so yeah, I like Foundation.
Mm-hmm. It used to be 61 before,
Yeah, 61,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because you haven't mentioned it, and I think it's really worth mentioning.
Yeah,
Foundation,
Foundation 61 is really good. Like the old one was good too, and the new one is also like fun, yeah.
Yeah. So for those who are planning to come to Nanjing, Foundation and Mono House are probably the only two places where you can hear techno music.
Yeah,
proper
techno
one, yeah?
only, Foundation and Mono. Like if you want EDM and stuff, you can go to Chaos. If you want like hip hop and stuff, you can go to Mojar.
Okay. What do you do for fun?
Maybe just roaming around, traveling in China, see the nature. Yeah.
Do you like to go out to clubs, bars, restaurants?
No, restaurant, yeah, we go, but clubs and bars, actually, I'm a Muslim, so I don't drink. Yeah, so it's not my kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
For example, if you want to go out with your friends to a restaurant, what would be a usual bill? per person for you? Like how
Yeah.
much do you pay?
It depends on the restaurant. If it's like normal Chinese or anything like that, it will be around like 51 or less sometimes. But if it's like Arabic restaurant or something, no, it will be like over 150.
What is your plan after graduation?
Actually, I'm not sure yet. Maybe I would like to go to Shanghai for work. There are many opportunities there, and the city looks better more exciting than here. More international also. But yeah, maybe work in Shanghai, or let's see the opportunities that will come. But I would like to stay in China a bit more.
Why is that, if it's not a secret?
Actually, I like China. I like how I like to live in China. I like to live here.
What makes it attractive for you? Say 3 things you love about China.
Okay, the first one will be that there are a lot of opportunities, job opportunities. Here there are, all the business, a lot of business is made in China. There are a lot of money, a lot of job opportunities, a chance to have a good career, but also a different career that you would have in your home country, where it's more regular, like the evolution is more regular, more standard. And here is also a career, but more interesting, more different. Yeah.
How about pollution, for example, or noise, light pollution, noise pollution?
Light pollution, I don't mind. I like to see the lights actually. Noise pollution, I'm okay. Air pollution is actually, yes, a problem. I think it nowadays is not so bad, but still is not very good. So, yeah, that would be a cons. But still, I would like to stay here a bit more. Yeah, but
So
it is a problem. Yeah,
You see more opportunities here than in Europe
yeah. As a foreigner, yeah,
as a foreigner.
yeah.
Why as a foreigner? Would you say that a Chinese person with your skill set would have less opportunity than you?
I think because many companies are doing business with Western companies, and then
They need
as
a link,
Western,
right?
yes, as a Western, we are very valuable,
Right.
and we will always be. We are valuable, and there are not so many Western people in China nowadays. So I feel like there are some good opportunities. I haven't actually looked for a job, but that's my opinion.
My plan after graduation is to work in China for a little while and then go back home to develop, share the knowledge, the experience that I've learned here. Yeah, maybe open up a music school. That's the plan.
I know it's too early to ask, but when you finish your bachelor's in cinematography, what would be your plan? What do you think? Would you like to stay here, come back, go back home to Russia, or maybe explore the world?
Well, I wanted to go into higher education. My parents would definitely urge me to do so. But I think after bachelor's, if I'm tired of studying, I am definitely marrying rich and then not working a single day in my life. Because
Sugar daddy.
sugar daddy, sugar babying my life into death. Basically, inheriting wealth. I am manifesting wealth in my life currently too. Well, if I seek higher education, that would be different, like a different major, because I know of the rise of the AI, and that my job would probably be not in use anymore because of ChatGPT and all that. So I will probably go into something not like tourism, or I don't know, something that will 100% get me employed, because cinematography, acting, music, might not get me employed in 5 years. We don't know, right? We never know. But business and traveling and all that kinds of stuff will get me employed.
Abdul, what's your plan for after graduation?
After graduation, I'm planning to apply for my master's here. So it's gonna be another 3 years, and then do my master's, then apply for like the further residency courses in Australia or something. Yeah.
What's your plan after graduation?
First thing, I'm going back to my country for the certificate and all. I might do one internship here in Jordan. Then I was planning to do master also in China. Because like MBBS, you should do master. Yeah, I want to be a surgeon, so it's like 3 years.
How about after that? Do you plan to stay here in China or do you want to go back home?
I have to go back, like to live with my family. But of course, I'll visit China like maybe once or twice a year.
How would you score being here from 1 to 10?
So like that one, I'm gonna divide it into 2 categories, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
So being here, let's say just the life, the convenience of everything, how affordable things can be, how convenient it is to travel from one place to another, I would say it's a 10. Yeah, because everything is readily available and convenient. The people are friendly. But when it comes to academically, I would say as an international student, I would rate it 8 out of 10. Yeah.
Why is that? Where are those two points? Why is it not perfect?
Why is it not perfect? To begin with, most of the universities offer it's like Chinese is the language of instruction.
Right.
So that is already a disadvantage for the student, because you need to learn the HSK Chinese, which is different from the Chinese that you are going to learn in your major, because they'll not teach you the major terms that you need for your course. And then it's also different from your communication Chinese that you use on daily basis. So it's like you have to learn 3 types of Chinese.
How would you score being here from 1 to 10? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
I would say 7. Pretty good. But some things are missing, I would say.
For instance?
Nightlife, more international people. Job opportunities, I think here is not a lot. I mean, at least in my field. Yeah, that would be the things actually missing.
I would definitely place it in like a solid 8, 9. It's 8.5, really good. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, living alone with all these utilities basically handed to me, and then I'm choosing. I finally have free will at my 18 years of age, and it's exhilarating.
How would you score being here from 1 to 10? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
I'll be like 20 on 10.
20.
Yeah, because I love China, because it gave me a lot of opportunities, it gave me a lot of exposure. It taught me a lot of things in life, like how to speak to people, like how to find opportunities, and like see different ways of life.
How would you score being here in China from 1 to 10?
Maybe 8.
Why are we missing 2 points? Why not 10?
Maybe like family and all. Like, yeah, being in China, it's just about like you're not with your family, and it's so far than, like from my country. Yeah, so this is why. Also, like maybe some like Chinese people are different than us, so maybe this is like one of the points. Only that.
One of the drawbacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do you score China being here rather high? Like, what exactly do you like about your life
First
here?
of all, China's a safe country, especially for women, and they respect other people. Yeah, your religion, where are you from? Like, they respect everything. And China is like beautiful country. The weather here is good. Yeah, like in winter is good too. Like, it's cold, but it's like nice. So yeah, a lot of things are good in China actually, and you will find everything here in China. Shopping is easy, going out is easy, subway, bus, everything, and all are safe.
What advice would you give to international students who are coming to study in China?
Firstly, I'd say China is a good place. It provides all the right opportunities for development. But the only danger that is there is if you do not have a clear vision of what you want to do, it's very easy to stray, and it's very easy to lose yourself, because it can be overwhelming. The work culture is different from, you know, the rest of the world, the way they do things. So you need to be prepared for that. It becomes intense most of the times, and then sometimes there's like less motivation. So the motivation has to come from within, and the competition has to come from within. So if you're waiting for the school to give you a clear picture of what you are going to study, you're not going to get that. So you need to be like the driving force of your own studies.
Right.
Then it is going to be perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
And the first part of your answer was about cultural shock, that everything is different from the rest of the world, yeah?
Yeah.
Any particular advice there?
What I would just say is, you know, we all come from different backgrounds. So the culture that we all come with, we just need to be ready for cultural fusion. Because let's say in terms of communication, they would usually tell you things on the last minute, and then there are no like working hours. Your teacher would literally text you at 1 a.m. or midnight or 10 p.m. So things like that. And what else? Like the staring as a foreigner, everyone will stare at you as a foreigner. Not literally in a bad way, but because they are not very exposed to, yeah. And then for
Even here in Nanjing, because in my experience, Nanjing is more or less international, and I don't really feel stares when I walk down the main street of Nanjing or something.
So
People don't really stare at me, at least. Do they stare at you?
now it is getting better. Now it is getting better with more foreigners
If
coming
you
in.
compare 8 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Because you've been here for such a
So
long time.
right now, the ones that are usually staring are the, you know, the old people that don't usually go out. You know how they live here. And then if you go in a compound and you live in an apartment, they'll be like, oh, so there's a foreigner here. Yeah, but they are all friendly.
What advice would you give to international students coming to China?
Okay, in Nanjing, I would say bring warm clothes, because in winter it gets very cold. Also, I would suggest people to, if they know ahead that they're gonna come to start learning some Chinese, it's very helpful to have some basics when you arrive, because then it's not something that you can learn when you arrive. You need to take time to learn it, so it's better to study a bit by yourself before.
What advice would you give to international students coming to China?
I think the best advice I can give you is like build your community. Build your community, talk to a lot of different people, make your connections. That's gonna be the most valuable thing you can make from China, not your degree. I don't think your degree is the best thing you can get from China. It's gonna be the connections you make, the people you meet. It's all your network. It's all about networking in China. You need to know a lot of people, and it's gonna take you far.
What advice would you give to international students coming to China?
First of all, study Chinese before you come. Try to take online classes or anything, and be prepared for the culture shock you might take. And also, like, get whatever you need from your country with you. Like some things that it's hard to find here in China, just bring it with you.
For example, in your case?
Actually, I bring food with me. Yeah, I find it here, but it's harder, so some things I bring it with me.
What kind of food, like spices, for example, right?
Yeah, spices, Arabic spices, cheese. We have like a different kind of cheese in Arab countries. We have in my country a traditional dish, we call it mansaf. So we cook it with yogurt. That yogurt, you will not find it here. Yeah, so I brought it with me to cook it here in the room. Yeah.
What advice would you give to students who are coming to study in China?
Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves for the impact. The impact is going to be huge. You are changing everything. You are changing longitude, latitude, basically. It's a different climate in here, different language, different societal expectations, this is different societal structures, and different people, different things to do, different food to eat, and you will, I'm not saying that you will feel lost, and you would want to go back, but if you want to be strong, you won't. You will overcome eventually this. urge to just abandon everything and go back. Second is make friends. Make friends everywhere you go. Basically, just you go somewhere, you have to make some kind of friend there or learn a lesson, basically. So you scale a mountain in non-mountain gear and you're like, oh, yeah, next time I'm bringing hiking gear. And that's how I learned that going hiking in very light pants will get these pants ripped by bushes. Yeah, don't make my mistakes. What else? Don't be afraid to try new stuff because everything around you is new. And if you stick to what you're used to, you will never live life to the full extent.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what do you all think about the video? Was it useful? Was it fun? I really hope it was, because if I were to consider studying in China, I'd be looking for this info. For instance, having a part-time job is a rather tricky question with various outcomes. The fact that you cannot transfer from one university to another dictates choosing wisely before you sign up. There were several essentials I didn't know, which leads me to saying big thanks to all the students who agreed to work with me on making this content. And special thanks to my wife for the camera job and location picking. If you think it was educational, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel where I talk about life in China, and not only. It's sort of a vlog where I also make videos about traveling, books, music, and sailing. Basically everything I love in life on this blue planet. Cheers to you and all your crew, and thanks for watching. See you next time.